Just a straight massacre over here. Okay. Yeah, well, I didn't want the tourist. That sucks. Ignore the bodies. That's what happens. Can I make a city with 1,000 population and no roads in Songs of Syx? Let's find out. So what does no roads actually mean? Well, it means that we're not able to use any roads of our own design. However, you do have the big main roads that the tiles already come with for trade, and we actually got pretty lucky. We got a couple of different angles out here to either side. And so we're gonna be able to access using this main road. This will be our big highway. Of course, we can't like upgrade it. We can't do anything with it. And that's gonna have a couple of repercussions later on, but I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Holes, we could make a coal mine. Maybe I start over here. I know this is kind of weird. I start over here and then I make a couple of smaller farms, dig into this area to get the stone and such. Use this area for the wood because we have a little bit of farming area over here that we could potentially use. You have a clay mine over here. Oh, we can't use a road to get that though. That means we're gonna, in order for us to get clay, we're gonna have to build on this side. Okay, so we're gonna have to get the clay there, or at least up here. No, definitely right there. Okay, luckily I do have this area. I worry about crossing this. Do I don't have any grain available on this side? I might just have to trade for it. I guess I could put in a work order and it looks like they can actually get across to get that grain, but I don't want to do that all the time. And these will be my farming areas for sure. So I think we're going to make this area our main stage. All right, let's do it. So everything has to be connected, as you guys know. So we are going to go ahead and get ourselves down a warehouse. We're going to make this one out of wood. Plenty of doors there. Be fine. So that'll use some of our wood. We are going to transition to stone. It looks like in general we're going to have way more stone or way more wood. Let's see though. Yeah, there's some rock over here. Not that much. We're going to put a hearth here. Hoping I'm actually trying to extend it as much as possible so I have more room to build off of other things. So here's my hearth. It's gigantic. Maybe that's too big. We should make a smaller hearth at first. We'll do that. And then the well, make it like this. And let's go ahead and get going. This one out of stone. We can make this so far inside. That's crazy. That there. Bunch of wood, bunch of stone. Okay, so now we're gonna be getting working on that. Now that we have the warehouse, the next thing we're gonna need is the carpenter. Basically immediately. Speed here. 5 employees for now is probably fine. Make this one out of wood for now. We can get a carpenter rolling. With the carpenter, then we'll be able to get a hunter going. This particular area is going to be a little bit more difficult. We kind of need an area that's going to get us a nice clean thoroughfare through everything. So with no roads, I'm really not able to make a whole lot here. Eating any of the rations, they don't need. Let's also just put in a hunt order or something. We got a couple, that's way too much meat. How about just, there we go. 53 meat should be fine. What are we missing? We need more stone, of course. People are working on that. Stone's gonna be an issue for us. We got to be very careful on making extra houses for no reason out of stone. So we're gonna hang out with wooden walls for the time being for our early buildings. For our early happiness, it's not gonna be that big of an issue. Definitely want to get some farms down sooner rather than later. But I need a warehouse. You know what? I could just do here. As long as I get moisture up to 99% is pretty good. You know what? I actually am gonna need a better warehouse here. I'm gonna put it like right here. Just amazing. Installation's pretty bad. Installation. So just the one. I have to be able to have these open. I will just use the one for now. It's down. Plenty of crates for what we're looking for. We are going to do wood for this one as well. So this warehouse is specifically going to be for all the others. And we are going to allow in a couple more immigrants. Let's go ahead and bring up our auto somewhere up to 75 so we can get a couple more people working. Honestly, set it to 100. 105 if people are happy enough to work in here. And then with this, we'll be able to get a farm up. So let's go ahead and put a farm. What do we have around here? We should have fruits. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some fruit farms going. Going to be directly out here. Awesome, 100% moisture. Just going to need 94 fruits for that. We have a place for furniture. I really don't right now. Let's go ahead and add just what's fine. What day is it? Day 3 of summer. We need to move now. We are immediately going to forage for these apples are okay. This is the big one that we want, and we want it right now. We get grain sooner rather than later. But I think now this will be okay. And I'm actually going to suspend every other job. That way the only thing they're doing right now is getting this. Getting claimed? They are. Perfect. So plenty of fruits for this. Food days are making people sad. Can we go for another hunt here? Maybe for some onks. One should be fine there. Yeah, people can still walk across, so that counts. I want to get this later. Okay, so this is of course going to be for fruits. all good to go. Okay, plenty of people. We got some furniture going as well. So we'll assign one person to this fruit farm. These guys will get working here. You have this path out, so they'll finish this up. Now we kind of need to get maybe some more consistent fishing could potentially be it. Let's go ahead and just add another fruit farm here up to the point where we can. Another one, and then we'll actually add these guys. Not really. Meat, mushrooms, bread, I think. Because these guys like eggs. Humans got a lot going on, man. I definitely won't be able to get eggs, but that'll be... Yeah, food days is a tough thing. Probably don't care as much about fish then, but at some point we'll probably put fish going over here. Definitely need a hunter building. So this is the carpenter. Probably gotta start designing more buildings that have like 4 corners and are like the same size, and then just eat whatever size we have, you know? Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely want to get meat if I can. We can get a hunter building. Carpenter for that. Try 8x8, I guess. No, we'd have to do it 9x9 actually. There we go. Those in the middle. 8 of them. Only 82% efficiency. I don't love that at all. Could just eat this maybe? That doesn't actually help anything. Maybe I don't care about this right here. Gets me up to 80. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Only 22 meat a day. It's really not that much meat anyway, but we could do it, use leather, make it slightly bigger, potentially. That's probably fine. Yeah, we'll just roll with that. Whatever, fine. We do want some livestock very soon as well. Maybe I'll just get a pasture going over here as well. I need to make this same exact building right here, except I'm going to change the design a little bit. I'm going to remove that crate. Add a door here and a door there. There's still plenty of room there, but now we'll have some more walls to kind of interact from. The one thing I'm seeing here with the houses, I'm going to have issues because I don't have enough room for the houses to go through, unless I just put like a general path through, but I don't really want that. I want there to be a house that like moves into something else. So considering just putting some houses here, then maybe one here. Yeah, maybe I'll just I have to kind of eat the bullet on this one. Maybe could be. That's not the worst. And then we'll also just get some farms going, probably the oric pastures here, and as far as they'll let me. Efficiency's obviously super late. Fine. Gate right here. That'll be fine. And we can get some orics going as well. Decent amount of stuff to work on. Let's get going. People are unhappy because of the food days. I'm gonna go ahead and let them eat other things. Well, definitely just need to go and collect a bunch of stuff. So, because of that, let's go on a big hunt, guys. Okay, we're getting some of these back. You guys obviously don't like the occupation, which is what it is, man. Okay, we do have labs open. Food is doing a little bit better. Get some fruit back. People are obviously super unhappy. They want some religion stuff. What are they in religion-wise? Oh, they're kind of open to whatever. What's the one we want here? Maybe submission's fine. What's the one that's got the highest conversion rate? 1 and 1. We can kind of do whatever we feel like it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do traderism could be good just for general food production. Let's go ahead and do, since we're not expecting to do a whole bunch anyway, I think that should be fine. It's crazy, just put like what do we need here? A bunch of wood. We are out of wood. We can fell some trees over here. I probably got to get a wood cutter sooner rather than later. Yeah, we need way more wood here. Out of meats, all of our meat to here. This warehouse is going to be for meat and livestock. People are sad. Religion should be. Occupation, obviously. I want more people to be employed. If you're here for that. Working on some houses. This will give us the 30 for the missing houses that we have. Also, I'm just going to turn off auto immigration for a sec. Be careful. We can check out some jobs that they'd really like. They really like labs, and of course they like libraries. I could get some labs going just cuz, and just like import in some clay for the time being. Not the worst idea. Probably fine. Oh, it's tough to kind of design this in a way that makes sense, actually. Okay, people are a little happier now. Slightly happy, at least with religion. But okay, yeah. Eventually these will go away. We'll be a lot happier. Or since we have a couple more people. Oh, okay, good. We have plenty of people in the hunter. Get that going. Honestly, probably put a little bit of tech in the hunter, just so that way we get as much as we can out of this. I do kind of want to meander my way over to the clay, but I'm probably going to need a couple things. I'm definitely going to need a wood, so I should move my way across somehow I should. Also, let's just go ahead and get a speaker up. Since we're already here, I'll put it right there. This warehouse, this orc pasture will be done here soonish. Could get a tailor going for some clothes. Furniture wise, we're doing fine on our maintenance and such. Yeah, so I would definitely want to get over to the stone. Do I want to build to the stone, or do I want to build over to the clay? Let's try to get to the clay. Maybe I can make like a fishery, and that's how I'll be able to scam that little area. Not impossible, not impossible. Gonna have to bridge this gap well. Thinking of doing that over here. Maybe just with another farm or something like that. Could get some veggie farms going. Not the worst idea. And I'm probably gonna need just another one of these guys. You know what? Let's just make a couple of these warehouses. Definitely still need a janitor. So let's go ahead and get a janitor going. I'll put him right here. Janitor just over in this spot, so that way he's able to work on stuff like directly. Fine. Gotta be slightly bigger. Stone. Those go in. Warehouse. We get some grain going as well. I'll just make a grain farm here. Kind of commandeer this area for grain farms. Not the worst idea. Yeah, definitely got to make more use of this stuff. And we need to get over here as quick as possible so we can get a woodcutter, get some more consistent wood production because we're using a lot of it per day, fortunately. But we'll do wood for now, and then as we start upgrading and getting a little bit better on other things, we'll be able to transition to stone. We're just not there yet. Probably gonna use like fruits and stuff to make rations is kind of what I'm thinking. Get there though. Hunter's doing well. It's producing a decent amount of meat, so at least we're not totally off on our production of stuff. But I would like to get a grain going, and I'd kind of like to put them here. If like somewhere over here could be nice. That'll be awesome. That means we're gonna need to put in some order for grain, which is over here. A little too late for the grain now. So we'll just put in a forage order whenever it makes sense for this. This is gonna give us 70. We need 94 grain. Yeah, we just gotta walk our way over. Let's go ahead and get some houses up too. Slow this down a little bit. Here's what I'm thinking. House here. House here. Oh, that's awesome, yeah. It's here. Yeah, that'll be sweet. Okay, looks like we're gonna need some stone also. We got some oryx going as well. We'll start producing some oryx. We'll get some meat. Obviously the leather. Since there's gonna be leather here, where is it at? Nope, this one is fruit. This one is going to be mainly meat. 30 meat, and then the rest of it will have leather. Yeah, we'll actually get rid of leather over here when you touch it. We'll just put the wood. We'll replace all of that as well. This is gonna be meat and the leather. Think about putting a clothes maker over here. I know that the humans obviously don't like noise, but getting up to the population numbers we're talking about, I think they should be fine. People livestock, yeah, we'll start more. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get a tailor going. Actually, considering, probably should. Adding in a few more layers for noise reduction, where that makes sense. And then with that, now we can make our tailor. Don't have to worry about that at all. Have stone. We don't. Stone's gonna be an issue for us until we can actually clear out a lot of those things. Just working on other jobs right now, but that's fine. That'll be fine. No fruit here. This one is specifically for, we'll make this one for grain, of course. Picking this one, figure out what's currently year 2. We're working on a few things. The biggest issue we're gonna have, honestly, for the foreseeable future is just gonna be, it's gonna be stone, man. That's gonna kill us for a while, but we'll figure that out. Since we have some leather here though, go ahead and get our tailor down like we were gonna do. Yeah, should be fine. Our storage there, auxiliary stations here. Efficiency, let's see if we can fit another one. And we're still doing great on our efficiency, but efficiency's super high, actually. That's pretty sweet. Cool, cool, cool. Again, let's just move this back to wood. Insulation is pretty low here. That's fine. Okay, so we do have some houses here, which is very nice indeed. Obviously, a whole bunch of people want to come here. Religion is helping out a lot. People are slowly more and more converting all the way to craterism. Cool, cool, cool. See how this produces. We're gonna get a decent amount, 420. Increase our food production a little bit, our capacity a little bit at least. It won't be perfect, but it'll be better than nothing. Whenever grain comes in, we'll get that rolling. I'm thinking, yeah, because of all of this extra stuff, it really matters to us that we get the stone going sooner rather than later. But of course, we kind of have to get over there. How do we even get over there? So it looks like the easier one to do is truly just the wood carpenter. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. And then because of that, I think we turn wood into bread for bread production. Yeah, I could just do wood. And then maybe at some point you make a charcoal kiln, but not yet. We'll get there. Gonna have to design a housing block that fits really nicely into this. I don't see it yet. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. We'll be able to get out of this house. They might be able to get out of this house. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Honestly, you should just keep making more of these freaking grain farms. That'll at least help us connect a little bit, which will be nice, to this area. I mean, this area could actually be the bakeries. It actually could. I was kidding, but now I'm not kidding. Make a gigantic bakery? Huh? 36 workers? 48 workers? 60 workers? Way too many. 48 is plenty. Our storage is gonna go probably over here is where I should put the storage. 100% efficiency. It's gonna take a whole bunch of resources to get this going in the first place, and maybe that's fine. Yeah, this is gonna cost a whole bunch of extra maintenance a year. But you know, better than nothing. I might just make this out of mud for now. I know it'll take a lot longer, but then we won't have any maintenance. It's obviously gonna be a gigantic fact. Maintenance is gonna be 96. Could be just slightly too big for what we need, wouldn't you know? We're not gonna do that. I like it as an idea though. Way too big. Way too big. Yeah, I'll accept some stuff. Make a smaller one. How about get 8 people? Put the storage there. And then all of our auxiliary ovens. It's too much bread. Our full efficiency here if we can. It's 100 for sure. Gonna produce a lot more, but it'll be obviously way easier to manage. Go ahead and do that. So we'll get a bakery going as well for this, which will take a decent amount of resources, but it'll feel a little bit better. What's going on with meat? Why are we not producing enough meat here? Everybody ate all the meat. Great news. Let's go ahead and let people eat some apples. That'll be good for us. People are gonna like mushrooms. One is gonna bread, and also for wood. Grain from here. Wood. Go to the bakery. Bam, bam, bam. You're good to go. How are we doing on the Oric pasture? Oric pasture is producing basically no meat at all. Yeah, the animals are still not up to full capacity. Can we go to freaking auto? Get that going? Debating just making a bunch of like filler buildings to get over to the stone. Considering that, I don't know. No. How about actually what we do is we make a really big warehouse over here. This one will be for stone specifically. Yeah, that could work. Get working on that. And then we're just gonna go on a rampage, collect all the stone we possibly can. Then we don't have to think about that ever again. That would be nice. That'd be very nice. Probably also invite in maybe some Kryptonians over here to help them build out this area. That could definitely make sense. Basically replace all this housing with Kryptonians at some point. That could work. Need some wood. You guys need stone. Oh, why is it inactive? Any of those jobs inactive? Hey, help us out temporarily. Now we're about to get a whole bunch of fruits now. Fine there. Plenty of room for all of our stone and such. Here, this is gonna be for stone. Move the stone there. Care about the livestock here? Go ahead and just add a little bit of livestock here so we don't have to think about it over this other warehouse, this tiny warehouse. So no more livestock there. I don't want this to be mostly furniture. Own warehouse. You're gonna have to create something a little bit modular. It's a little bit difficult because of course all this stuff that's going on here. Actually building it in. Oh, we're getting clothes going. No place to store them currently, which is great. Of that, I'll just grab this. It's fit. Like this is it right here. So we're gonna make a tiny little warehouse here. These guys aren't actually making anything, so gonna be very careful. 960 is not the best, not the worst. Do it. Still waiting on some grain here. Hoping we can get it. Almost there. Should be... Oh, did we not get this? Did we not get the freaking grain, dude? Okay, we're just gonna buy grain. I'm not gonna keep doing this. Not gonna keep doing this. We need a decent... I think we need it. We're around like 200 and probably 200. Yeah, that'll be better instead of having to freaking wait. Looks like we did not get it in time. We were doing too many other things. Gotta figure out some better solutions. Don't love what's happening here. This looks disgusting. I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle this. I just think we're gonna go ahead and just do all that moving. We do have people working in the bakery. I'm gonna turn this off for now, so we don't need it. We got to get the farms up before we do anything else. This guy is just gonna be for clothes, basically. We're gonna be taking leather into clothes. Good. You back up. So now we'll have some clothes. That'd be sweet, man. Yeah, I wish I would be able to make like more rooms for these guys. Yeah, though. Okay, finally got enough grain for all this. Good. So we'll get the grain up at least. Get some bread going, hopefully. We do have a little bit of meat. Starting to finally produce all of our meat. They're not fully up to 12 yet for meat production. So basically all of our extra stuff being done by the hunter who's having a very bad luck day apparently. Efficiency is also low. Like this is definitely a bad hunter, but this is not going to be our final building anyway. And I did activate this guy. Doing janitor wise, seems like we're fine. I'm gonna try to be cautious. We were trying to go get the woodcutter. Currently we're doing really good on our wood, at least right now. That's what's storing wood. Is this not sorted in a way though? Okay, this is definitely where the wood is. I guess bread and wood also has it. We have some missing workers. Why? Is it because of the tailor? I mean, we can definitely bring in 11 people. Be fine. Okay, 107 people is not too bad. This is relatively sustainable with all the stuff we're gonna get here. Fruit's good enough for just some general food. Our meat's not doing too... I'd really like to make sure our bread production is on point. It's gonna take a lot of bread though. We'll have an... Okay, where can we go from here? So currently what we need to do, we have two... We're kind of stretched in two different ways. Obviously I needed to kind of be here to get the wood because the wood is slightly easier to get early on. Would like to get these Oric pastures going. My skill from the species is not awesome. Moisture's only 98%, but that's not that big of a deal, I guess. Yeah, we're not getting any buffs from the species. Animals are starting to get a little bit better. I mean, really what I should be doing is I should be moving over this area because it's got clay. And with the clay, we'll actually be able to sustain our labs, which of course will make people happier anyway. I want them to be more and more in labs, and then we can increase our production with tech. Thinking about going for like intelligence to get as much meat as possible. Or I could go for Baltic crawlers. I like the Oryx are nice for the leather to make into clothes, of course. We're making a decent amount of clothes too, which is sweet. Yeah, and these Oric pastures are okay. Like really what I should do if I was smart is I would go after other species like tilapia to do all of my pastures and stuff. Like I can get them, they would do 120% on the Intelligent pastures. Like I could have them just do this job and then I can get the Cretonians to just do all of these. So I might do that. That could be a move. I'll turn this entire area into just Cretonians. Maybe I'll turn this area, well, as I get to clay. So I'm really not able to build across this. I guess I could just keep making buildings. I don't know if that would, I think I need a better place to cross. I don't trust it. Okay, so I'm thinking, yeah, if this area becomes a Cretonians, I'll be able to produce a lot more for that. And I'm already producing fruits and then the breads, which will be plenty. Cretonian, human, they obviously want those. Ooh, the tilapia like those too. Tilapia like, yeah, it definitely feels like Cretonians here would make a really big dent in our workforce. They're also, I think, just generally better. I don't know what they're better at for bread making. Are they better bread makers? They're okay. The best people, they are the best. So yeah, I can make this entire area Cretonians only. And then I can make some tilapies turn them into hunters. Just everything that has to do with pastures they could do, as well as the fruit. And all of my humans here, I kind of keep it at this level. They'll all be my administrators. We need to move over to the clay pits. I think that needs to for sure happen. For sure. We are going to have a little bit of an issue with the roundness, but we can adjust that. We'll just make a couple of small adjustments with our roundness tool. That'll be fine. What I'm likely going to do is just continue to build this out as much as possible, and then I'll add in my roundness factors. Once I'm fully staffed, it makes sense for the population I'm looking for. I get eggs. I guess the Globian pastures. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I'm not super interested in doing that. All right, let me take a break and think on this. I'm back. I've done a little bit of thinking. I've decided what we're going to do is we're going to build this area out to make them ready for tilapies. Get the tilapia area set up specifically for woodcutters and pasture. Their entire job is going to be meat production, wood production. That's basically it. The Cretonians are going to be responsible for all the grain, all the bread making, and then the fruit farm. Fruit farms, so specifically for the humans, we're going to move them up to the clay area. They are going to both work in the clay, and then obviously do all the labs. Every single human that we have here, they're all going to be transplanted to labs and then the libraries when we get there. And then the tilapia, they'll create all the maintenance that we need for our wood. And then, of course, the furniture. We're going to need that. Furniture is probably going to have to be made by humans. I don't want to have the extra work of adding in Dondorians. So I'm not going to. I set up another bakery, just assuming that at some point we're going to have to get those set up. And then 2 warehouses. These are going to be for wood and then bread making, as you do. But I might turn like one of these into the bread makers instead, or like, wood bread makers. Considering just expanding this, so if it's real nice in here, keep adding a couple. It's pretty rough here, it looks like. I mean, because it's all connected. What are you gonna do? This one's stone. I want to turn this into wood, and so this theoretically will all be into one. So let me just actually expand this all the way out to here. Same plan over here though. All right. So we got doors. Good. Yeah, big wood production goes directly into here. This woodcutter is going to produce 214 a day. It's going to take some furniture to get up and running in the first place. For the time being, I'm going to go ahead and suspend some of these. I'll suspend this bakery, get this warehouse going, and definitely this woodcutter going as well. Probably should just immediately get going on the additional carpenter here. Cool. So this could work then. Just this, create a couple of carpenter buildings connected. Oh, I messed up. Perfect. So now all of these carpenter buildings are going to be real solid. All connected here, and then from there we'll have some humans being able to live in these spots. All of these areas that don't have spots currently, so all of this, basically I'm going to replace everything that I possibly can with just buildings or structures. I'll like create walls around them, and everything will be totally inside, but no roads. Is difficult, I'll tell you this. It is very difficult, but now that we kind of have this nice clean straightaway here, you can see the vision, creating these square blocks, so you have basically these at least roads, these pathways through these buildings. So it could work. Yeah, we're gonna get lots of wood coming from here. The bread, maybe I will keep this area for bread making. Wood goes into the warehouse here, which goes into either the bakery or into the carpenter. Carpenter outputs furniture goes here. Bread goes bread place, which is probably going to be here. I'm gonna need more room for this bread here, so let's go ahead and I can't do it yet, but I'll remove all of the wood from here, and then this entire crate here I will adjust for, or the warehouse I'm gonna make it so it's just bread, because currently I can get 3,000 bread, which is a lot, but for 1,000 population it's really not gonna do that. The vast majority of our population also is gonna be Cretonians, like the vast majority is, just because they're so easy to please, and like the 100 humans is fine. Good, dude. We're good, bro, I promise. We should probably make a quick block here, thinking. I'd love to be able to just put the Kryptonians directly in here. I think what I'm gonna have to do instead is put some services over in this area and then connect some housing to them. So let's work on a hearth, pretty decent sized hearth, I think here. Really hard to see in the winter, really hard to see. Put like a well here, I'm thinking. Gotta be attached to a wall. I can't just not attach. Gotta be attached to something. And then you at least still have this kind of mean line. And then from here, I'll probably just attach more and more housing to each other. Like I like the idea of just having houses over connected, maybe just in lines here. Let's flip it. Maybe I just have to get these houses going. So this is a whole bunch. So let's do 30 at a time. Fine. I think I definitely want to line these up if I can. Like as soon as I do this, the area is totally cut off, which might actually be fine. You know what? It's probably lots of houses here. This looks so ugly, by the way. I'm just like trying to connect it as best as possible and conserve some space, but I don't want to have extra space for no reason. I can't turn any of this in the road, by the way. So I'm just kind of like wasting that. The problem with houses though is I can't like make it so people can walk through houses. Houses are by themselves, which is generally not that big, but is what it is. So obviously not in love with this housing block area here, but it'll probably, if I want to get Kryptonians moving in sooner rather than later, definitely going to need some of these houses put in place, and then I'll probably just replace, maybe I should just make some houses over here actually. Yeah, I'll just do that. How many do I need for this area? I got 12. Well, how many? 12 out of 18. Got 12 there, another 18 there, 18 there. Each one of these is about 2 families worth. So having 4 total here is probably plenty. Thinking then we should probably establish some hearths in this area. God, I can't see where they must be down. So we'll do a hearth and then we will immediately attach well to that. Even though there's like water right there, this is fine. Go ahead and get beaker as well. Probably put some food stalls somewhere. Fusion, fine. Mark well. Be good. Speaker, well, let's make a tiny lavatory. I guess janitor, tiny little one. Just gonna connect it work. This will just be the entrance way, I think. Yeah, we'll do it this way. That'll look good. Now we got a lavatory, well, all that kind of stuff. We're probably not going to need a janitor over here because we don't have any of those additional production. Well, we are going to need a janitor somewhere. But with these, now we'll be able to put houses up. All the people who are working in this area, let's put them this way. Yeah, let's put them this way. Small. There you go. Okay. Should be plenty of houses here. And then let's go ahead and just give them a shrine. Or what's the religion we're doing? Are we doing Crater? Guys like, they're definitely going to like Crater. Yeah, let's give them Crater. Population he's got. Maybe I'll do another one there. Why not? Not gonna really be able to fit a whole lot of stuff, but good beef. So we're actually going to we'll suspend some jobs. Let's go ahead and suspend the woodcutter. Honestly, probably just suspend all that stuff. We'll make this house and we'll get working. Maybe we do this. That'll kind of show us where we're at, and then we can assign all these specifically to the Kryptonians. It's gonna take some stone, all that jazz. We're gonna run out of some worker. Seeker, I think. And I'm also gonna lavatory. So I have enough people to work on all this stuff. And on meat production. Oh, we're positive on meat production. That'll be awesome. These are all wood walls. As soon as these are done, at least one of them. To add some people there. Oh, they're still clearing it. Oh, we are only going to put only Kryptonians go here. Then these houses, I'll keep them open for now. But now that we have some, we can authorize it. And we'll go to the work priorities, of course. Species priority. Yeah, it's though. We'll probably just adjust it so that way, like literally everything else they're not allowed to. So let's make it so that they can't work in the warehouses. As janitors, no. Tailors, they do have a better carpenters, no. Let's just move these out of the way so they're not her. But now they're just essentially the only thing that they're allowed, at least for now, until we get more people up, is going to be the fruit and grain stall. They don't really have a place to live. Where are they living at? They're here, right? They have an area. Worried about them moving out. I don't want them to move out. Okay, here we go. We got some Kryptonians. So let's get their happiness up. Get them moving. Okay, go to our work priorities, make sure everyone's doing good. Currently we have how many? 10 of them working in the fruit farms. We do have, so 10 of them are working in the grain. Gotcha. Let's focus on fruit farms. So we're gonna need 18, well, we need a total of 25. Try to get up to 25 and see if that'll work for us. Bit confused why they don't have these services. Okay, it's going up. Access and services, those are all going up slowly. Still 4 days away from this. A bunch of Kryptonians working in here. What about here? Mostly it's humans. We're up to 13 people. As we get more of them, they will take over the grain farms, and then we'll have humans be able to do other things as well. So I'll probably start building out a couple of these extra houses and things like that. We don't have any grain yet. Let's do houses first. Hearth, blah, blah, blah. And let's also make the food stall over here. I think we were talking about doing that. Did not do that though. Is it crazy to just put a food stall here? Let's do it. Happier. Okay, starting gonna get onions now. 15 of them are in the grain farm. 0 in the other one. Where's the other one working? Is it a kid? It says I only have 16. Maybe it's just a little delayed or something. Let's go to access for the humans. They're good. What about access for you guys? Yeah, you're allowed to have. Okay, things are working out. Farms go off the chain, I think. Want to make sure people have enough food. I'm a little worried that they don't. We're still 2 days out, so let's go ahead and do some foraging, hunting. Probably hunting. Yeah, it's a bunch of meat there. Oh, good. We're getting mushroom. Nowhere to put them here. Got some room. Let's add some extra meat over here as well. Food for the time being. We are getting some fruits now. Good. And we'll get grain here soon. Up to 24 people now in the farms. We'll slowly move them over to other areas for the Crotonians. 23 of them are here. We're gonna need 23 to work in the fruit farms here in a little bit. Keep hanging. At least we got enough food for everybody. Be good there. The grain I'm gonna hang on to. I'm not going to put up my bakeries until we're ready for those. We're doing on our, not too bad. Okay, so fruit farms, I need another 25. So we'll increase this one up to 50. Might just hang on letting them do that for a while. Species bonus from that as well. And species farm. Got 6 in there, fully fleshed out for the grain farms, it looks like. We got 24 total people there. Awesome. Definitely don't have enough people to justify getting the tilapia yet. I need like way more. Considering making this area meat production, I don't know. I do have the orc pasture, so yeah, I could make this more meat potentially. Probably should turn this into actual fruit orchard. So yeah, we can do that. We can totally do it. We'll go in the woods, fine. Do 50 by 36, could be good. 52 by 36, yeah, because then put all my storage up here. Storage for fruits could go, yeah, I could have storage be, and then the rest of these will be trees. Man, I love the mod that they added in here that I'm using right now for better camera movements, because now I can just look at how clean that is, dude. Oh, it looks gressed up. User error. Started a brawl. Some species have an instinctual disdain for each other, dislike for one another. As a ruler, it's up to you to prevent them from starting fighting each other. A subject has their personal sanctuary in the vicinity of their home. This sanctuary should not be intruded upon by species that they dislike. Make sure the homes you place down are a bit secluded, away from trafficked areas, and have some personal space by the entry. No other type of subjects but the residents themselves have any business visiting. 10 tiles from house opening is a safe bet. Okay, well that sucks. Done me. Take a lot of fruits here. This will pay off, I promise. And somebody died. That's great. Gotta love it. Work on that when that makes sense. Okay. Don't really want to allow people buy, so no furniture for you guys. Leather's probably fine. Clothes. I'll get rid of the pelts so they can. I want to make a freaking grave here. I can make a mass grave here. Screw it. Why not? Honestly though, that's not too bad. There's a little mass grave for you guys. You're welcome. Just a little mass grave in the middle of it. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. I wonder why that happened. I can activate this, activate that speaker. Hearth is good. Definitely got to get more janitor. Can put a janitor over here maybe? This could work. Why not? A little janitor over there. Help out a little. Worried about having even more brawls, but you know, is what it is. It's gotta goop. All right, why are these guys dying? Killed in a brawl. So over here was a brawl? Because of the grain? Because of the grain. I see. Because they had to come here in the first place. That was the issue. Do I have enough to completely? No, I still need more credits. I have 38 total. 14, just 9 away from getting the people that we need. Tonians are doing good though, but we'll just keep working on that. Get up to, let's do 55. There's a couple of my humans that's just interesting. Hoping we don't have more brawls. That's, we do. Definitely considering getting this woodcutter going sooner rather than later. Maybe I should just do that now. And we do have some bread going, so let's see how that does for us. This is only a maker in the bakery, but we'll be able to produce a little bit. This is going to take a decent amount of stone from us. We're starting to run out of wood too anyway. Doing on our, starting to get up there with our citizen. The only lavatory is the only, that's just add one. You know what I mean? Add one over here is not the worst idea, I don't think. Could be, I have the ability to add one far in, but I could probably just make one over here to help out people. And then the question is, how do they get there? Well, they can walk through this warehouse. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Like, this will be fine. It's only a few services. This is much nothing. Right, that going as well. We're gonna get more cleared over here. Just good news. I'd like to bring in even more Crotonians if I could. It's taking a little bit. Need another 9. Where are they at? Oh, they're making bread. As much as I'd like that, I actually have to not do that. Okay, that'll be fine. Bread, that's our job is bread, baking, granary here. Okay, good. Slowly working on this. Likely gonna want to get, well, building out this area to help me out. Could add in more Crotonians that I could make as the bread makers. It's not the, yeah, it is the Crotonians for sure. I could definitely do that. How many people do I need in those for bread making? I do just need 8 actually. So let me bring in 65 and then I will kind of pivot, I think, as soon as I have it. There we go. And now they're filling able, so that'll make them much good. It's funny having a mass grave in the middle there, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. When the woodcutter goes up fully, then we'll be able to get more warehouse warehouse construction for the carpenters and such. Now though, bread seed. We are getting a 10% species boost. Very helpful. This is taking a while, but it is also feeding our wood production. So I will take that. And once I have this outfitted, wood there. Stone over here. This one is gonna have what? All of our general stuff. Oh, okay, huge drop off in our ability to do this. So let's go ahead and decrease this to like 10 for now. One is no stone, all wood. House. We did have a brawl, looks like, somewhere. It's not good. Now that we got the wood cutter, we're producing a decent amount a day, 43 even just with 10. That's good. So let's start getting up these buildings because we are definitely gonna miss out on a whole bunch of extra. We'll activate these. All these will be filled by people. And now that we have this area set up, this production, I'm thinking I just put tilapia. Like I literally just put them either over here or like whatever. Able to get the majority of our pops. More bakeries, which means for work priority, need another okay, how many am I missing? I'm missing just a few. So let's go ahead. 75. That'll get us close. What is it? Injuries. Great. Okay, Crotonians do this. And the bakeries. It looks like we're about to fulfill all of our needs with the Crotonians. And so food production should be relatively solid, I think, moving forward. Yeah, the additional bonus is going to help a lot with all of that. How are we doing on raid security? Ransom is still really low, so we're going to be fine for a bit. We're using a lot of our wood, obviously, for other stuff. Carpenters, let's just have this at like 2 for now. Each one of these will have them at 2, and then we'll slowly increase them as that makes sense. I don't like how this looks, you know, fake, like I cheat. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some walls so it actually looks real. There we go. We are running out of wood. Hoping we can get this construction going sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and fell trees for this general construction got going on. Okay, do all of these. All of these are fully staffed. We're missing out on 2 people there. Fully good here. Good. Okay, almost gonna pull a bunch of fruit. And doing pretty good on bread. Very nice. Lost about 5 more people. Bring this down to 2 again soon. What happened here? I'm done. Dorian. One second. I don't have enough housing. Is that the issue? Switch this all. Every last bit of it. Just humans. There we go. Okay. That must have been the problem. Yeah, get these freaking guys out of here. Should not have any people living. Okay, of the 70 that I have, 1, 2, 7. So I only have room for 10 more Crotonians. We're gonna hang out like that for now though, and try to make that work. So again, not stone. This one is all going to be the one for now. Decent amount of dead people. That's great news. That's great. Starting to produce more and more furniture. Pretty cool. Doing great on our fruit now. So we are behind, of course, people. Let me go ahead and add in immigrants. Our whole job, furniture, they get 1 person. Are we doing on wood? We are negative. Add a few more people till we can kind of get on top of this. Vast majority is going to carpenters right now. We're doing good on our, kind of got to watch this. We're negative. Trying to get positive a little bit if we can. Okay, now finally positive on wood. Next big step is getting some tilapia in specifically for wood cutting, and then the fruit orchards and pastures. Well, I wonder how bad I actually, well, okay, the meat production is the issue, right? Because I'm trying to keep humans happier. So I want to give them their food prep. Big issue here. Yeah, so I definitely want to get some meat production as quick as possible. I also need to get over here to this clay depot. I'd love to be able to just completely turn this over, this whole area over to the Crotonians if we can. But is that even? Probably should start creating an area for the tilapia. Ooh, health is going to be a big issue. Can I afford this? Oh, I totally can. Yeah, let's go ahead and just let them run. It is going to impact our health, but the addition to our production is, yeah, fruit farms, vegetable farms, or grain farms are going to do really good. Health is down. That should be just fine. Okay, we did reach up to 200 people. We could probably start thinking about military. I don't think I'm going. I think I'm just going to see if I can even get this to work in the first place. Still positive on wood. Doing good on furniture. Stone is obviously a big issue. And then meat. It just, like, so much of it gets eaten. But because of the fruit, we're doing really solid. Yeah, I'd like to just move this orc pasture. And honestly, the tailor and the warehouse, like this entire process here, I'm going to move all of the meat production and then the leather production up here somewhere, maybe. Oh, it kind of sucks. I'm going to have to split, because of the clay, I might have to split my tilapia. Like these is just the pastures, maybe. I mean, 200 pop though. Like we're there. We're real close. I gotta say, this is a very interesting challenge. Not doing it as optimally as I would like. And the no roads are honestly what they're actually affecting right now is going to be happiness. Like that's where they actually affect stuff. But just like logistically getting around, it's not like they do a whole lot because people can just walk anyway. They kind of make their own roads, if that makes sense. But I think the more interesting concept is like every building has to be connected to like another. That's much more interesting as an idea. So pretty cool. Pretty cool vibe. Whenever this wood is is cleared, I'm going to create this as the tilapia area, like right here. It's going to be, here's all the people who are doing tilapia for the fruit orchards and the woodcutter. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'll create the area down here for the tilapia people working in the pastures to get us up to enough meat, I'm thinking. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Keep on trucking. Meantime, we got lots of people here available to us. Gonna have to have people. Roundness is gonna be a thing we have to figure out soon-ish. It will start affecting us happiness-wise, but we'll make some cosmetic changes. That won't be too much, I don't think. I've been wrong before, though. We're gonna add more people here. The woodcutter to help out. This is our clothes warehouse house. Everyone's got a name. That's what I like to see. Still positive on all of our wood production, and we're clearing a lot. See, anyway. So fruit orchards get warehouses. It's not my favorite warehouse there. It does okay. Got a clear line. It's kind of a odd angle to get through those ones, but it's better than nothing. This is probably the better warehouse, at least the one I like a lot more, for sure. Yeah, considering just copying this area, but not with the shrines to crater. Couldn't do that. Got the laboratory and all that kind of stuff. Don't mind. Just kind of waiting to clear these up here. Producing a lot of bread now. There hasn't been too many brawls, which has been good. 5 years in. It's taking a while. Absolutely taking a minute. Okay, running out of people. Still trying to clear all this stuff. Shouldn't be getting like any production away from. Okay, I think it is time to work on more of these pastures. So specifically because I want a bunch of meat, I'm considering I could just go all in on auric pasture. Hey, what's the actual difference? Especially if I'm going for like tilapia. Let's look at them. Their properties. Okay, the Intelligent pastures 1.49, whereas the oryx is 1.47. But it is all going directly into meat is the difference, which is kind of the point of it. I mean, especially if I'm looking at the meat production specifically, 1.324 versus 0.686. Like, it's twice as much meat. So it would be pulling 16 a day from the same exact size, but for an Intelligent pasture. Yeah, let's just make a couple of auric pastures here, or the Intelligent pastures. I think I just might move the auric ones somewhere else. We'll just see how these ones go for now. Yeah, but definitely considering just moving this Taylor and all this kind of stuff somewhere else whenever I can get the Intelligence somewhere. And let's go ahead and bring in more people. But I want to be ready to go for this area. Like, I definitely going to need the production for the fruit orchards once I get it from tilapia. And this is going to be really big. Going to need lots of people with that. So maybe what I'll do, go ahead and just copy this area. Difference though, for these houses, only tilapia are allowed to live there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in tilapia citizens. Their entire job is, I'm not gonna have them do any of these. Insane. Yeah, also no woodcutters for the time being. I'm just gonna put them on just the Intelligent pastures for now. When I get those up especially. We're not there yet. This is still taking a very long time to kind of clear. We might just have to. Hunters are producing more than we are consuming. The auric pastures are doing okay. I haven't put any tech into any of those things. I'm kind of waiting. I'd rather put the tech into others, like the libraries. No roads. We can't do any, but things like stages could be good. And then healthcare is probably going to be important for us when we get there, but I'm going to hold off. I'm great on our bread production as well. Okay for a janitor. Everything seems to be all right. Seems to be okay. Plenty enough to make what we need work. Gonna speed this up. Okay, let's go ahead and adjust some work priorities for the Intelligents. Where are they at? I don't see them on here yet. I don't have enough people. Also running out of houses. Like, these are Intelligents, right? Each one of these is Intelligent. I can bring in some. Ooh, let me delete this. Don't want crater. For these guys, I want a different religion to you guys. I want the one for pastures. Oh yeah, that could be. So I do want that. Great news. Wasting effort. Love it. Let's go ahead and jump up here, and we will bring in 10 people. They're not going to be happy at first. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get them all squared away. Yeah, no shit, they're pissed. Already had some people leave. Exposure. This goes up. A bit confused. Okay, this is where the vast majority of them are. Okay. All right, they're getting happier again. Good stuff. Oh, perfect. Okay, I got them exactly where I wanted them. They're going to be working here in the Intelligent pastures. Relevant ones. Okay. Don't want you guys working here. Also, humans just kind of backfill everything, so humans have to be like just generally available, but obviously I would rather have the tilapia here. We have 2 homeless humans, which I find surprising. Over here, okay. So I just need to add a couple of houses over in this area. Just keep extending this, man, you know? So I need how many of these guys? This is all gonna be auto. Here's something we're gonna do. Go ahead and grab our Pony and homies. I guess that's one way to do this, right? At least it could be. I don't have enough tilapia for this. That should be fine. I'll go ahead and raise this up to 50. They get happy. Fill them out. Start to get more tilapia, which is great news. Great news indeed. Available leather to 18 tilapia. People are plenty happy here. Okay, these guys are plenty happy. Awesome. Same kind of general idea. We're gonna have 17. Currently 11 seems to be enough for this. Chilling there. I'd like to turn this on. Maybe I just don't have enough people? I must just not have enough people for this or something. This is 10, this is 11, 5, but they're all weird. I got 29 people. Let's hang out for a sec, see what's going on. Let's just do them for like none. Okay, there we go. So of our 30, 10 of them are in the Intelligent pasture. 11 of them are in the Auric pasture. It's like way too many people, right? Am I tripping? Could just put them here too. I don't know. Just to give them something to do for now. They're not gonna like that too much, but you know, much about other things then. Loyalty's going down. Probably the environment issue. Okay. Because something's going on here. Also, what's happening here? Trap. Are you trapped? Oh, because you can't leave. I see. I do need to actually add this back in at the gate right here. The rest of the hut seems fine. That was the issue. Okay. That makes this up. Now it's good to go. Gonna go ahead and change the work priorities so they're not there anymore. Okay, how are we doing on our meat production now? The Intelligent pastures, they'll start coming online here soonish. Bread's doing really good. Of course, we got great fruits happening. This fruit, no stone here. All fruit. Matured. Probably just create the same exact housing block over here. Able to put these, looks like it. Tilapia can be over here. And then as I add in more tilapia, I can assign them to the woodcutter and the fruit orchard. I'll do the fruit orchard first though, whenever this comes online. That'll be a decent amount of workers, but I can always add them in. Yeah, everyone's still pretty loyal. Everyone's figuring it out. Definitely an environment thing for sure. I'm gonna run out of stone, which I don't love. Find some rocks to clear. Kinda cleared all the rocks. I'm not super pumped about. Be enough. Okay. Meat production, where we at? It's all tilapia here. All tilapia here. Auto employ. All these should be on auto employ now. Good. Don't think we're producing leather fast enough, so I'm gonna decrease this a little slightly too much. 6 is almost ready. Need wood. Still trying to clear this. It's interesting. You can see how like multiple species is not impossible to do. Really not. There's gonna be some bruises. There's gonna be some bumps for sure. And at some point, like this entire thing is gonna be replaced by just Crotonians. I think that makes sense. Yeah, we're just trying to move our way up there, you know? Go ahead and copy this, put it here. Dirt. All the warehouses are named. That's important to me. More tilapia want to come. We can go ahead and invite them. Considering now that we have them, let's go ahead and adjust some work priorities and add them to the woodcutter. Dead now. So 11, 25 total here. I got 48. Should at least, you know. I've been wrong before. What else are you guys doing? So there's 11 of them there. 25. Should only be 36. Oh, I do have 6. Okay. Slowly we'll start adding that up. Let's go ahead and bring these guys up to 75 then, and they'll start kind of filling in these areas once they're ready to go. Got some negativity happening. Why? Occupation? Yeah, as soon as this is ready to go, man, I promise you. I promise you, you're gonna be pumped. You're not pumped right now. You will be, I swear. I swear. Okay, we are starting to get some more tilapia people over here. Let's go ahead and adjust priority stuff. I don't think I have enough people for this. That's what should. Loyalty's still high enough. We can make this happen. And woodcutter should now be producing a lot more comparatively because of the skill that we have in here from the species, like 40% from normal. Loyalty's going down pretty significantly from occupation. Looks like a fulfillment thing for the human. Let's see why. What are we doing? It's based off of fulfillment. Those places all actually got a lot of people working in food stalls and stuff. This helps out a little bit more. Man, I really want to get this stuff. Human employees doing this stuff. Are we positive on meat yet? No, not yet. But these are still getting up to production. Our intelligence are. Really, the big push is going to be when we get the fruit orchards going. That's going to be the big thing. That's going to help out a lot with tilapia. Hoping we can hold on enough until then. Environment's kind of tough for us right now. Tilapia are the one. We can just get this good to go. We're going to be totally good on. We're going to be just fine. Onions are going down for some reason. Not a lot, but enough where I'm noticing. Don't enjoy that. Oh, you just freaking wait, dude. I'm going to put all of the tilapia in here, and we're right there, boys. Oh, we're right there. Close. Tilapia in there. We got lots of wood, which is good news. Just filling in with whoever. Also, there's like 39 people. Which is kind of crazy. Fruit orchard for sure has to be tilapia. Has to be. I think comparatively then, let's do it this way to help out for the time being, because this obviously needs to be good to go. Getting load's good, commute's fine. Those are gonna be really good here. Okay, that's gonna help out a lot for their occupation. Skyrocketed, and then in just a few years, this thing is a list. So this is 39 and this is 18. Let's just fix out now. So 57 for sure in this area. I'll do a 6 1 for this area. Then down here, same thing, +1, +2, 1, and then 18, the Intelligent pasture. So we need 102 tilapia. Here we have 70. Did I include woodcutters? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Loyalty is going down pretty significantly. Could be the, it looks like it's the environment. Yeah, environment's the big, others around here is killing us. That's kind of, ooh, okay. The intelligent pastures are finally kind of picking up here. Starting to, at least. Everyone's loyalty is going down a little bit. The environment is what worries me the most. So this is totally 160 tilapia. It targets down at 112 for the tilapia. We can find Crotonians, so we are at 100 people. Okay, everyone there is a tilapia. Everyone here is tilapia. So I think we're gonna hang out with them. Now, the next stage that we have all this set up here is basically turning all of this into Crotonian, and then maybe taking some of this extra production, having a couple humans down here. But the next big thing for us is definitely going to be the clay hits. So that way we can get all the humans in the places that they got all this tech that we're just not even gonna use at all. Love it. Doing really good on all of our productions here. Fruit we're only +2 because of everything that's being consumed. Are they allowed to eat everything? They should be allowed to eat fruit. They don't need to. No one's eating rations. You guys can eat veggies if they'd like. You guys don't eat. So this is a tilapia area. So they do not get bread or fruits or those things. They basically get meat, they get fish and eggs, which I think is what they like anyway. Oh, meat, fruit, and eggs. Meat, fruit, and eggs do get meat, fruit, and eggs. The tilapia here, egg. The Crotonians, what do you guys? You guys get bread and veggies. So then you're getting the things that you want, you should be getting. This one I'm gonna leave just open for now until I fully change it over. Real close though to getting a clay pit in order to expand over there, which is looking pretty good. It has been 7 years so far, up to 348, which I know is not blazing speed. We also do have some raiders who could definitely come and mess us up if they would like to. So I am considering just getting some, you know, army depots going. There's some training grounds here maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll put them down here and I'll get the whoever makes sense. I want to take the area that we want to use for other. Fine, I guess. 11's pretty good. Make it 22. Make it out of wood. And then for our military, we are going to disband all of these. We're going to create some units. They are going to be tilapia, and we're just going to make them like 30% melee. We're going to do them really tiny. Why there's no debug. Significant morale. Fine. Create another one. You guys will also be tilapia, I'm thinking. Give them another unit since they're slightly more. They have slightly better morale starting out than literally anybody else. So that'll get us 40 units quicker than later. A couple homes as well. This spot, I'm thinking. That way we got enough people to fill out our soldiers as we need them. Away from pulling out well, or all of our normal foods that we make. Not even full livestock yet. Pretty cool. No, these need to be tilapia. Only tilapia. Okay. I can get up to 120. I only have a certain amount of space. So this is 40, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 here, plus 30, 40, 50, 200. So I can get up to 200. I don't want to go too hard for no reason. But at least with the military growing, starting to be able to get some people actively trained. Don't want to get raided for no reason. You know what I mean? Still have a vastly majority human city. Where's everybody working? Fully staffed fruits farms, pork pasture, and the intelligent pastures with tilapia. And then of the 18, we only have 14. The tilapia doing the wood, which we'll get that squared away here very soon. Onions. You guys aren't doing. I know this gives you guys a little bit of fulfillment, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to be doing. All right, so 24 people are doing the fruit farms. What's the issue here? 24 of 25 for some reason. I don't know. 24 people are doing the grain farm, and then I have 16 people bread making. Could definitely make them market people. That's probably fine. That'll give them some happy. No, they want food stall. No market. There we go. That'll make them a little bit happier doing market stuff, food stall stuff. Oh yeah, meat production is going through the roof now. What are you doing on hunters? It's still all people. Fine. Considering moving hunters, no, that's still the vast majority of our production. Much yet. Could also trade if we were feeling like trading. I think the biggest worry I have, honestly, is probably the environment stuff. It's crazy that you guys are so much less loyal. It must be because of just additional people that are around here, a different species, because they don't like other species at all. Could definitely be an issue. Could definitely be an issue. Look at humans for a sec. The clay, they get like no fulfillment. We might just import clay. Is that crazy? Let's see what the cost of clay. 92, but we could export, you know, furniture. A few furniture creates enough for us to buy some clay. You know, maybe let's do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and create some trade. These guys, same thing for you. That'll make me feel a little bit better. I still do want to have this area mostly for the Crotonians so they can work on all their farms and stuff like that. And honestly, I'll probably just make a whole bunch more farms. And so maybe I just kind of move some areas down here for the humans. I don't have to think about it as much. much. Could be good. I haven't really had any issues with fights either. Kind of surprising. Normally I have like way more issues. I guess they're just spread out enough, and I did just enough to kind of help out with all of those things. 118, how many do I have? 120. My tilapia. The Kryptonians are breeding like not super excited about. I don't know if I have enough houses. I have 8 available houses. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna run out of housing here for Kryptonians, so definitely got to get the humans moving. Maybe I'll just move them over here and create our export for trade and all that kind of stuff over in this area. I haven't even used any tech points. I want that to be known. I haven't even used tech points. The janitors seem like they're doing all right as well, so I don't need to add too much for that. That'd be cool. Maybe since I have some carpenters and things going over here, maybe I turn like this area into a human area. I don't know about that. Honestly, I could probably just employ like haulers and stuff to move some of this wood if I really felt like it. It's definitely a dangerous move having us so close to us. So also, like, I could definitely increase the carpenter load here. That will take people to produce a lot more with the furniture. Okay, sweet. I really want to create just some room for expansion. We got to get up to 650. Again, Kryptonians are the people that I want the most of because they're just easy to, keep in check in general. They're very easy to keep in check. I want to get fruit orchards will produce here in a couple of years. That'll be honestly amazing for us. Way more room for people in the fruit orchards. Also, kind of bummed that we don't have enough people. I could just make another. I will. I'm just going to make another fruit orchard here. And then that way we'll have plenty of people to upgrade with like a noble or something. I know this is where clay was, but I've kind of settled on importing clay because we're able to just produce so much more of everything else. Like I haven't even maxed out close what we can with the woodcutters, and we also like have just a lot of wood. Granted, it is like 50 deficit, a 52 wood deficit daily, but so far so good. Feeling pretty solid about this. Also, we are training up some soldiers. So we have some people who are fully trained. We have 9 of them, a couple more fully trained people. So the band is currently at large, contemplating their next move. As we increase our ransom, it's going to become really, really important. Continue to add in people to like work and do stuff. We are starting to increase our meat a little bit more. Are we fully maxed out? We are. So now we have all the animals in the Intelligent pastures. Good, honestly. I know that we're not going to be super efficient with the bad soil over here, but could just make a whole bunch of Intelligent pastures just because I know that the fulfillment's really high. I hope it is. Assuming it. Yeah, fulfillment's really high for the Intelligent. Leather has been a thing. We're just making enough of it for our need for clothes, which of course I then adjusted because of all the needs we have for clothing. So I can only make so many clothes for all the people in city. Oh, it looks so ugly. It looks so ugly, but it's going with that as well. Kind of crazy how much bread we're making. We have a deficit with fruit right now, which I think is actually a lie. I don't think that's actually true. Would love to be able to like take over this spot because it'd be awesome. I'm not super convinced that we can actually like make a building that will get us across though. So, and I don't want to cheese it. I don't want to just put a structure down and that's how we get across. Like I want it to be, they have to naturally get over it. Check out the path usage. Yep, down here makes a whole lot of sense. But like they have to travel through the buildings here. That's how they get around. Yeah, this is a whole bunch of stuff here. Path, there's a lot of usage there. Ooh. How can we get the human into lab? I want to get like 100 humans in lab. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of my plan right now. If I can do it, I need a lot to be able to sustain a lot, but I think it's possible for sure. For sure. Thinking about just adding more and more of these bad boys, of the Intelligent pastures. That should be great. Definitely overkill with the warehouses there. Definitely overkill with the warehouses. I think because you have humans and tilapia eating meat, that's a super important resource. Because you have tilapia and Kryptonians eating fruit, that's a super important resource. And because you have Kryptonians and humans eating bread, it's a super important resource. Those are like our 3 biggest food production needs. And get those sorted, we're gonna be. So I'm really focusing on getting those done sooner rather than later. I know I'm not even using any tech points. I kind of just like don't, but we're at that point. We gotta kind of decide. I would like to make it so the hunters are insignificant for meat production, and then I don't even have to worry about that anymore. That'd be sweat. It'll take where we can. I mean, maybe I can do it with humans. I don't know though. Got a little bit of noise here, but overall, it's just be another 39. I'm gonna have to add a few more janitors around here. Continue this. That seems kind of important. Tilapia area for sure. Another kind of tilapia area. Tilapia are also, it's like half of the population now. Pretty cool. That wasn't really initially the plan, at least. And the woodcutters, obviously they don't like being woodcutters, but it's just super important for us to have them do that. super helpful. Oh, I didn't realize we were getting meat from other things. It looks like we're pulling in meat from, oh, these are the hunters. I'm tripping. These are the hunters. All right, just ignore me. Or me, man. Oh, this looks like a mess. I know I'm not allowing people to buy stuff. I could probably allow them to buy, like anyone, probably allow them to buy wood for sure. Give them some wood and maybe even furniture. No leather or anything like that yet. I don't think that's worth it, but maybe that'll help a little bit. Love for them to get more. Maybe I'll increase. Yeah, that does. Increase. It's probably not going to get there. Okay. Saying Deathbringer, this comes to visit. I quote, "Give me my stuff, you ugly, terrible person, or I'll come over there and make a hat out of your genitals. That is all." There's a list with your demands here. So I can give them a bunch of wood. I can give them some gold. Let's go ahead and see who it was. This guy, he's got 6 people who are weak as heck. Let's go ahead and beat them up. Just gonna ignore them. We have enough people fully trained, right? Ooh, we got 12. I might. That's kind of bad timing. Kind of sucks. All right, whatever. Kind of had to make that choice. I just didn't have enough people. It was only 12 of them that were trained. They got no armor, nothing like that. So, you know, is what it is. We're gonna adjust this to just meat. We don't need any leather here, so all meat. And these other ones are made. Then I will also add. Okay, let's go ahead and make some export depots and kind of go from there. We're at that point now. Let's export all of our, not all, let's export a decent amount of our furniture. Not a whole lot, obviously, but you know, some. We are going to import other stuff. I'd like to put them over here. Kind of just a weird block. Wait, that's cool. Put it down here. Yeah, let's do it. This is where we will put our first laboratory. Quite exciting, actually. 24 workers is probably fine. We're gonna make this one out of stone, of course. We can get some people going there. Let's go ahead and slow this down. So we are going to not fetch. You're gonna export furniture. We're gonna pull, this one's pulling from here, but I only want you to pull when what? Above like 38? That's crazy. Yeah, that's, we're gonna add another warehouse here. And this one will be for clay, as is necessary. And then we'll actually get some homes. Decrease homes we got. Kind of messed that up. Fine. Why does that look so different? Whatever. Don't think about it. Using a lot of stone right now. That'll be okay. And this one is going to be for clay, mostly. 24 of them clay. And then we'll see what else is needed. Adding one person in. They're gonna do clay. I'm not gonna pay more than 78. I'm willing to pay 100 for them. Do 38, so that'll be 3,800 from now. Yeah, we're willing to spend it all. Seems fine. A little bit of clay here from this. Only humans over here. Only humans over here. Nice, we got some intelligence over in this area as well. So it's gonna be meat. Nice, okay, we do got some people working here. So we'll start getting a little bit more use of the clay. So currently we're using, it's just a decay thing. Probably got way too many warehouses. I'm aware of that. You know, trying to figure it out. This down a little bit. Oh, down where that makes sense. Gotta be connected. Where did we lose all the worker stalls? Oh, it's the fruit orchard. That's my guess. Fruit orchard? No, I mean fruit orchard. Not quite sure what I made. That would be this crazy. Where I lost 18 of my work. They're all being pulled from the warehouse, but like, where did they go? No, guess food stalls. I don't know, man. We're gonna go ahead and bring this up to 150 for the oh, what happened to them up to 150? Did get up to 400 people, which is awesome. Got embassies now. We also probably got a bunch of tech, so we could get some libraries rolling. Okay, how are we doing so far on everything else? So meat production is still an issue for sure. Probably fine. Got some furniture, got some wood. That's cool. Bring stone, maybe. A bunch of money for stone. I'll pay 80. I'm gonna make sure that there's always, yeah, not quite sure where all the issues. It's definitely a health thing, I guess. 2 days is a problem right now. It won't be for actually negative on bakeries right now. Humans are pumped because they're in, you know, work that they want to be in. That'll help. Furniture from here only when something like that ish. Who am I missing? Deathly Cretonians? Okay, it is time that we kick some of these guys out in order to make room for the Cretonians. 126 houses. There's 244 available. So yeah, let's just let's go for it. Turn this into the Cretonian housing area. Kinda sketch. Have anybody home? Why do we have a bunch of people home? Are they moving in? Okay, now we're good. Crisis averted. Nobody's homeless. Let's move back to our work priorities and adjust that to the only relevant ones. So apple orchards, yep. Or fruit farms should just be Cretonians. Grain farms just Cretonians. Apple orchards, I shouldn't have a single human in the fruit orchard. Pastures should all be Talapi. The hunter, for now, I'm gonna leave it as humans. Anyway, carpenter, yep, should just be humans. Tailor, same thing. Woodcutter, it really should just be Talapi for now. I like the idea of the food stalls being the Cretonians. Fine. Markets we can do. I'm not sure. They probably get some. Laboratories should be whoever. Speakers can be whoever. Yeah, I shouldn't be getting anybody in the labs except for humans. Warehouse workers can be whoever. The export deep, who has the highest? 0, 25. Who does? And then janitor, 0 fulfillment. Okay, so that should be good then. All of our work priorities should be over. Do you have some homelessness still? There we go. Okay, it looks like we've kind of averted a little bit of a crisis there. Now that we have those set up. Hanging out on bread too. Been fine. Oh yeah, people are happy again. Very happy again. All doing the work that they want to be doing. And they are separated from each other. Could definitely put in some work in other places. Now that we're kind of here, you know? We should set up a nice little area like we have for everybody else for human. So not crater. Not gonna bring you. Yeah, considering just like, I'd like to just move all of this so it's not humans anymore. Just make all my humans over here. I mean, that's not the worst we're getting issues from. Kryptonians down a little bit. Probably food days. Yeah, food days for sure. Love to get this apple orchard on. It probably is time for us to adjust. So 3.7 workers here. 5.7 workers in the fruit orchard is gonna be awesome. 3.6 the grain farm. 4.3. So currently apple orchards is for sure the best. 3.3 in the hunter. Got the bakery. 2.4. 1.6. 4.0 in the carpenter. 5.7. Very good idea there. This is just for upgrading. Oh, I could get a library. That could be helpful. I am gonna make another laboratory. A little confused on why they get even more people in labs. We're looking nice. Looking nice, boys. And almost done clearing out this area for the almost. Not there yet, but we're close. Let's have a full 22 people. Are these fully trained yet? 16 of them. 19 of them. There as well. Really not sustainable with our current production. Carpenters. Go more in on the carpenter. So total carpenters are going to be, that's crazy, 49. That's insane. Oh well, whatever. Because of that though, we should have enough people over here, like actual people, in order to do these. That'll be fine. Bread, mushrooms, eggs, I guess. What was the religion I wanted them to do? I wanted them to be creator. Oh, is everybody creator? I mean, it's a little late. I think I kind of have to do creator, right? Okay, so for these guys, let's go ahead and bring them up to 200. That's enough people. Kind of fill in our laboratories. Kind of having issues, I'm assuming, with our export stuff. We're really just not able to export that much. And I don't want to export much, to be honest with you. Oh, we are. Are we there yet? 11 days from producing with the fruit orchard. Let's do 200 with the tilapia. Someone is hurt. These guys are very pissed. Occupation. What is the occupation? I guess they're just like not doing a job. That more, right? Doing on our meat. Oh, we are totally out of meat. That's interesting. Yeah, we're consuming a lot. Get more working on our intelligence, I think. Got a lot more there, hopefully. Intelligence using a lot more here very soon. There we go. Yeah, not having enough food is hurting us for sure. But now we're starting to kick it. Our meat production and everything. 10 years in. Okay. Ooh, our fruit is gone, and actually we don't have any food. What is happening? Horrible news. Legitimately horrible news. You have stuff in food stalls. I don't know if it'll last. Increase something with our fruit farm. Ooh. Also almost at 650, which will be great for just general production as well. These guys are about to be done. Yeah, we're gonna be producing 800 fruits from this. Are we almost done producing? It's ready from you guys? I'm 4 days away from this fruit orchard, which will give us 2,000. And we used a bunch of fruit for this as well. That was one of the issues that we had, I think. Still doing okay on bread. I think we need a janitor over here. Laboratory. A janitor. Put him right here. It's absolutely disgusting. Running out of workers for some reason. People are living well. That doesn't seem to be an issue. We do need some stone. We definitely need stone. This is becoming a constant. It always is. Constant issue for us. Out of money currently. But I think we actually just stopped. It's not helping. It's really not. Oh, clothes. We're definitely down on clothes. Do I have the capacity? I really don't. I need the... Definitely need... And the big issue, we just don't have enough leather to support this in the first. Somebody's bleeding out. That's great news. Ooh. Just gonna move all these people so that way there are only Kryptonians here. Hopefully that'll stop. That seems to continue to be an issue. Another one. Oh my gosh. Look at this. A straight massacre over here. Okay. Not quite sure why. All right. Yeah, I guess why are they over here? Why do I have any Kryptonians? Is it a food stall thing? Like, is it literally the food stall that they're working at? Gonna change it up so it's just people over here, you know? Hopefully that all about, I don't know. I'm gonna make a couple of auric pastures here. Oh, nope. I don't want any. I always forget to do this. The stupid tourist thing. I hate tourists. They're so stupid. They make me so mad all the time. These guys are just gonna be for leather output, and I guess meat too, but really their purpose is for leather. And then we are going to change it so that way the tailor is kind of over in this area. Tilapia are putting in work in this city for sure. For sure. They're putting in work. Getting nurseries going if I was feeling like it. You guys definitely want a fight pit. I'll put one here. Running out of people. Slowly bringing in a couple more. You have this set at 350, I think. The one thing I'm seeing is I'm kind of encroaching in too far on my Kryptonians. I definitely would like them to produce more if I could. They've kind of reached their usefulness though, unfortunately. So like there's only so much I can do that's like actually helpful for us. Do want to get some nobles. Oh, why you guys are super unloyal? Yeah, well, I didn't want the tourist. That sucks. Anyway, hopefully that goes up. Food days went down pretty significantly. What's the biggest thing we'd get a boost from right now? I mean, probably the fruit orchards. If I look at our production, yeah, the Intelligent pastures. So we're gonna make it people. We're gonna do it by age. Make you a noble, just too young, a noble, one more. Okay, so I'm going to assign you to Intelligence. You are getting assigned to probably the fruit orchards. Who else? Feels like you would be good there. And then labs. Where's my next? I mean, Intelligence for sure. Maybe grain, or do you governor points for now? That'll help a little bit with our general production, I think. Fruit orchards are about to pop up. I can feel that already. Oh yeah, we're going to be super positive here. I guess the woodcutters. Speaking of which, I can definitely increase the amount of woodcutters, but I think I might be. Oh, 475 from the carpenters. I got like nobody in the wood. Yeah, I'm like not producing anything. Producing 18 a day. Yeah, I gotta get this up and going. Might just have to make another one over here maybe. 15 Norak pastures, which is great. This is turning into a tilapia build for sure. Kind of fun. I don't hate it. Why did the employees in the orc pasture? We'll figure that out later. Oh, it's because they're on auto. Are you trapped? For now, you guys definitely are having issues with government because of the stupid dislike thing. Population they don't like because of the wrongful death, because of the, oh my gosh, the tilapias could crater us. Oh, we're in the home stretch, boys. Home stretch. Okay, we are only a couple hundred people short of our ultimate goal of getting to 1,000 people. This has been a kind of intense build. You really think about it. I mean, we got a fight pit, we got a few other things going on down here, but man, has just this been super challenging and interesting and kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is also the most successful I've ever made a multi-species city. Successful is a really funny word for that. The tilapia are not having a good time. The government, because we had a stupid tourist, just completely tanked us. Our riches is becoming an issue, I think, because we're finally selling some furniture. So that's a bummer. Real pumped about that. We had a tourist who, anyway, like this did not go super well. Hopefully this will come back up because this is kind of insane. We could get some guards. That's really not going to help us a whole lot in here. Services, we have an issue with the markets and lavatories, just on coverage it looks like. Proximity for the lavatories could be a thing. Hearth and speaker, but for the most part it's probably fine. I think more than anything the food days and food preferences are a big thing. So they like the eggs and fruit and meat. We're doing okay on meat. We're finally starting to get up on the upper end of that. So hopefully we'll be able to make this happen a little bit better. Currently we do have some, oh wait a minute. We give these guys some livestock. Yeah, let's give them some livestock. So we're doing that. Try that out a little bit, see how that does for us. Looks like housing. We might have a little tiny issue with the housing, potentially. Yeah, it looks like hearth access issue. Let's look at the hearth and see where the problem is. Why is there issues here with them? Is it just not big enough? It could be it. Could be it. So we're gonna put another one right there just because. Same thing for other places. Could be issue down here, I suppose. There's a hearth there, though. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Well, is that a problem? No, not really. Okay, because of the workers, we're gonna have big issues with this. We're just for now. So the humans are doing great. The Crotonians seem to be doing fine. It's the tilapias our big problem right now because of this. I think the government kind of tanked us, I'm not gonna lie, which sucks. Happiness was struggling. Fulfillment, we should be really fine. So I'm a bit confused on what the issue. Oh, why do we have Crotonians? Food vendors? Yeah, why do we have Crotonians over here at all? This should just be tilapia. I felt like that was pretty obvious. Just tilapia over there, just tilapia. Good. Just Crotonians over here. I kind of have to have some people so that way they can work on this production chain. Ooh, yeah, just tilapia over here as well. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. I didn't realize that was such a problem. Only humans over here. Probably need to create a lot more homes for actually. Now that we're kind of hanging out, thinking about that. We have 243 of them. Occupation is going to slowly start up there. Basically all the warehouse workers are things that are done by humans and such, but yeah, we're definitely running out of space. So it looks like obviously these guys want the majority. I think the majority matters for everybody the most. Yeah, so we're only going to get so much fulfillment from this, but if you do have a majority, then it'll probably be a lot higher. We have more room for majority for the tilapia, so that's kind of what I was thinking for that. Yeah, we got to figure out some sort of thing for them. We want to all be employed, of course. Okay, so because these guys are producing meat and leather, this one has meat, but it doesn't have any leather. So I think I would rather this one be more for leather, honestly, or at least give me 24 of them, and the other 24 you suck. some for livestock since they already make some livestock anyway. And it is starting to go up a little bit more. Good. Okay, that's helping. So we're just a few hundred away. So now it kind of comes down to, do we just evenly continue to grow? Seems like we're doing okay on our food production. We did just get some nobles, so our production should honestly go through the roof right now. The big issue we're gonna have is gonna be wood. Wood is gonna be a huge problem for us moving forward because of all of the furniture that we're making. Wonder if we can import wood. Maybe that's a thing. How much am I willing to pay for wood? Probably like whatever, right? Probably willing to play like 150 max for this, and I just want to make sure that we have enough. So I want to always make sure that we have somewhere around, let's say 5,000. I always want to have right about 5,000 wood. Out of housing now. So all the housing blocks, I'm thinking we just need to continue to add people so that way Kryptonians can live there. So let's go ahead and just keep all these guys. This is another 30 from them. Not quite sure exactly what they'll do. They'll do something though. Likely gonna need more housing for the Talapi, right? It's humans that need, for sure. Where can I put you guys? Honestly, I can probably just put them right here. Yeah, right here. That way we'll have enough people. Starting to hit some fast forwarding issues. That's okay though. Okay, now we're really kicking up here. So we could just let it rip until, oh, we're near 10. Oh my god. So I want there to be 333 people. I want there to be 333 Kryptonians, and I want there to be 333 Talapi. That'll get us there. Do I have enough housing for everybody? I'm assuming no. 280 housing, 220, 440 housing for the Talapi. So let's really go after the housing for the Kryptonian. What can I do? Would like to just move all these guys out instead. Just make like huge housing blocks. Maybe I would. Maybe I should. Whole bunch of housing for them. Thinking about just making another one of these housing blocks, like kind of close by. I'm not quite sure where to put them. I don't know where I could possibly fit these guys. Okay, new plan for housing. Put that one there. Here, that'll get us up pretty high for housing. Loyalty for this is a problem. There's just a lot of people, I think, all at once. Kryptonians, how are we doing here? Homeless people for humans. There shouldn't be though. Okay, now fully off of homeless people. Oh, yeah, the meat production's honestly crazy. Honestly crazy. Out of stone? Yeah, let's go get some stone. At that point where we just need to start digging into this freaking mountain. Probably gonna have issues with workforce. My gosh, it's how do I keep, I have way too many people I got way too many people who aren't working right now. Especially these guys. Let's increase everything. Oh my gosh, technology is through the roof, right? The roof. Let's just put it all into woodcutters. Why are we not getting enough? Oh, here's what we're gonna do. With the woodcutters for now, we're just gonna add people in. Screw it, we'll add them. That way we got enough people do that stuff. We're gonna slowly crawl up to enough population. What's going on with the Kryptonian? They're not immigrating in that quickly? Fruit orchards. Whoa, wait. Okay, 1 second. Go ahead and make some adjustments. This one needs to get popped. Well, that didn't go well. Work priority, very important for us in the fruit orchards. Okay, how many floppy do we have? We have 217. Where are they all working? I guess they're all working in these orc pastures. 102, 109, and I don't have enough. Okay, I will allow these guys to hop in as well then. Help out for now. So that way we have enough people. We're working on that. And we're digging out the mountain too, so we're doing good there as well. Plenty of meat. Bread's doing pretty good even though we're having a deficit. Fruit is absolutely wrecking it right now. And we got meat as well. I'm gonna stop importing wood. I know we're obviously using a lot of wood here. I need some people to help out. I also need to allocate enough people. Whoa, what just happened? That was crazy. Talapi people are very sad. Gosh, this is killing us forever. Okay, let's slow down for a second. These guys are super unhappy. Fulfillment is really low because of how? Fulfillment's 100%. Could be an environment thing. Here's what we do need to do. It is time for us to fix the issue with shape, especially where we have people around. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna see how that does. This works for what we're trying to do. We're trying to fix the shape here, boys. Perfect. Okay, our plan's gonna work. This is stupid. I love it. Amazing. Can't really do anything there. Okay, I'm gonna have to live with that one. Is this cheating? No. What? What are you talking about? We had a couple people die from, it looks like, brawls. That's fantastic news. Okay, we at least stopped the bleeding with the Talapi. Is this plan working at all? Like, not really, actually. Wonder if this will work. That'd be a little bit better. Yeah, this isn't. At least not over there. This is so stupid. Oh, okay. What's going on with the Kryptonians? The occupation. They don't like the occupation. Why? What's going on with them? Probably it's a woodcutter thing, honestly. I bet if I turn down the amount of woodcutters, because this is probably way more than it's actually necessary. Let me put them down to 20 and then change the priority properties. So that way woodcutters are basically, wait a minute, it's just humans. Why are these guys upset? Okay, we changed everything so it's all based off of fulfillment. We'll see how that goes for everybody. The Loppy are causing a problem with me. I don't want them to leave is like literally it. That's the only thing. I don't want them just leaving just cause. And if I bring in more people, very likely that they just keep dipping because they want to have the whole government thing pisses me off. I know it's not like that much, but man, that pisses. That was crazy. All right, anyway, back to kind of what we were doing. Yeah, this isn't working as well as I wanted it to. Okay, I was trying to cheese the system and make random non-straight areas. But we're super close, actually. And in general, we really haven't lost that many people. So, seems kind of like a dub. Food stalls. What's going on there? I'd love to give everybody more food servings. Went down to 20 food, so that's probably fine. Yeah, that helped out a little bit with the food servings. Yeah, that helped out. Maybe that'll be enough to hold on. It might be. It might be enough to hold on. Bread production is struggling right now. Go ahead and put some help into the bakeries. We're doing great on grain. That's not an issue at all. Could always make more bakeries, too. Am I doing really good on? Go ahead and move you into bakeries instead. I know it's not a lot, but it's just as good, I think. You know what, bro? Oh, I don't got any room for you, dude. Screw it. Okay, back in the positive for baker. Oh, jeez. Not quite sure what happened there, but all right. The extra food serving helped out a lot, actually. Ooh, out of clothes is a big thing. We do have some woods, some more leather. We can bring in more of you guys. Still negative, but slightly better, hopefully. That way everyone can have the clothes that they want. They're good to go. Oh, we got a happiness boost. That's gonna get us there, boys. Let's do it. Let's do 400. I think the issue might just be houses at that point. No, we got 500 houses. We're good. Watch it climb up to 990. 991. And everybody's having a good time because of the gigantic help here. What happened? Oh no. Oh no. Why were you over here? Why were you over here helping? One second. One second. One second. Why the hell do I have people who are not just Dondorians living over here by the frickin' Dondorians? That seems insane to me. Honestly, I do need to double check this real quick. Okay. Yep. Crentonians. Okay, they're good. The Loppy's over here. A little worried about this, but it's probably fine. Loppy, good. They're all to Loppy. All right. Watch it tick up, Whippy boys. And just like that, we've reached 1,000. We got way more nobles. We got some extra level ups and such. This is fantastic. Fantastic. Not gonna lie to you guys, I'm super pumped about this. This is a really fun build. Significant amount of people died. That's what happens. Yeah, the Lego build here is super interesting. I think making sure that every single house, every single building is connected. You can't use any roads at all. I think made definitely more of a challenge than I expected. I knew that the no roads was going to be annoying, but like having to connect every single building to another building made it so that way expansion happened like way slower. But it also, I think, probably helped keep things a little bit more manageable, keep everything super tight. But it was not very easy to keep species separate. That was definitely a learning experience. All right, check out our production levels. Bread, huge production currently. We produce 601 a day. That nets us about 323 a day after everything is consumed. So bread, we're doing fantastic. In our fruit farms, we are currently plus 77. Between the orchards, which is really doing the vast majority of the work, and then the couple fruit farms that we have, we're doing super great here. Meat was the thing I was very concerned about, but you can see the power of the Intelligent pastures with upgrades and then with nobility. It's huge. It is huge. Hunters are doing basically nothing for us at this point, so meat is really secure. So those are the the pillars, I think, of these three species, because they overlap so much with each. So every single species had the majority of its food preferences met. So humans were able to get plenty of meat, they were able to get bread. Bretonians were able to get bread, and they were able to get fruit. And then the Tilapia were able to get fruit, and they were able to get. So it was this nice kind of little balance. We did, of course, have some brawls, a couple of them. This is Adelia. She's brawling out. This is probably the area that has the least safety to me, because there's like humans are coming in here and working. So if you look at these workers, like that's a Cretonian employee. But if you look at the work groups here, only some of them are restricted. And so you have all sorts of reasons why people are coming out and doing stuff. It's a noble? Yes. And so you're just getting a whole bunch of Cretonian deliverymen. She's 5, by the way. That's it's a grain worker, but something happened. Something going out. Could just be this lavatory, you know? Someone used the lavatory. Yeah, but you can see just how much frustrating things can happen if you allow those species to connect and intermingle super well or super super frequently. For the religion, we do have traitorism. This is our biggest thing. If we look, this obviously helps with all of our pastures and all of our farms. And if we go to our pastures and look at this skill, we actually aren't getting a boost from religion or anything like that, but we're getting a pretty significant boost from other things. Nobility is just taking the cake. It's putting in the most work. Even with not 100% moisture, this is totally fine. I didn't use a single water pump because I knew people didn't like it, and honestly, it wasn't even that. But yeah, I definitely think that early on, the inclusion of the other species to allow for like better production and honestly fulfillment for those specific jobs is way better. The woodcutters need to be tilapia, not because they like it, but because they like it the most out of everybody. And wood is probably the most frustrating thing we have out of all of our total production and resource needs. My stupid little system here for getting roundness to work didn't work. This is, like, it works sometimes, you can see. My kind of theory was, 5 in a row that are angled like this is probably good. And there's a big wide berth from that as well. I could have planned it a little bit better, and honestly, it is what it is, but I don't think that this is a bad situation. I don't think this is a bad setup. Overall, the shape is probably doing the least amount for us. If we look at environment, roundness, obviously it's hurting us here, but for the most part, like, the building types are really solid for everybody. Probably the least one we have is for the humans, but we don't even have like a stone mine set up. And so I think, all things being said, this particular settlement area is pretty sick. Oh, you know what I just realized? It is the throne. I think people are trying to come to the throne maybe, and then they're dying. So although there's no roads, obviously people just walk wherever they walk to no matter what. So there's only so much you can do with the no roads challenge. I do think though that what I would do next is I would create templates for specific building structures that all have the same thoroughfares and are the same like width, and then just figure it out from there and then just go that way. The tough part will actually be including the housing. Luckily though, I could create a couple of area blueprints thanks to the Better Blueprints mod that would allow me to create those entire building areas, like a housing block that has at least a nice thoroughfare for people. But because people have to actually like leave their house, it's a little bit more difficult. I'm the most satisfied with this one right here because they leave their house and they go directly into this warehouse in order to leave. And so I think that's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, you can see how much we can do, and we're not even really getting the most out of our production here. Like, honestly, this is kind of insane. If I go to access, I should be able to just give people more livestock in general. That'll help out. Can't really give people more wood right now, although I'd like to. Can't. Doesn't make sense. But, maybe I could give them more furniture. I probably could. That would help, possibly. So I'll just kind of watch for that to even out, and that'll give people some more access and things along those lines. But man, has it been impressive. 12 years to get to this point. Probably could have gotten to it faster if I was really feeling awesome. But yeah, I'd say overall, that's a success. Ignore the bodies. Well, gang, let me know what you thought in the comments. What did I do right? What did I do definitely wrong? What would you do instead if you were in my position? No roads. Every single building has to connect somewhere to another building. How would you do that in order to get up to 1,000? Could you do it with one species? Or is there something else that I definitely should be exploiting better in future runs? Final tally, currently up to 1,000 population. Year 12. We have 2,000 bread. We produce 300 a day. We've got around 8,000 fruit. We produce an extra 80 a day. 4.1 thousand meat. Net 41 of those a day. And we still have 28 rations from our original batch that we had when we started the game. That's honestly insane. I didn't even make rations. This is crazy. Our grain production was insane. Our furnitures, we finally got on top of that. So we're making 78 of those a day. Currently up to 179. The one thing I'm seeing here is clothes. Definitely should be increasing our clothes production. And luckily we do have a bunch of aurochs who help us out with that with the leather. But man, I'm super impressed with this. I think that overall there's way more things I can improve, but I'm just really happy with where it came from. Happy how we did it. But yeah, pretty fun. Had a good time. We'll see if I ever try to do this again. Well, boys, thanks for hanging. Thanks for playing. My name's Laundry, and I'll catch you later.